Hi, I'm Andrew from Berrima Diesel DPCHIP. We're about to do an install on a 70 series V8 Landcruiser with the 4.5 common rail diesel. Pretty simple installation. The DPCHIP comes with installation instructions, points the pictures out as to where you need to look for the plug, and then in the end it tells you about how you can adjust the chip if you do further mods like exhaust and that sort of stuff. So it's a pretty simple 1, 2, 3. We'll have a bit of a look at where the plug is. I'll get the harness installed, we'll get the chip on, and we'll go from there. So first thing you've got to do with our DP31 system is locate the common rail plug, and on the V8 it's fairly easy. Just look for the injector lines and follow them back up till we can see down under the intercooler the actual common rail. That's where all the fuel lines connect in. Now if we look right down the back here, we can actually see a plug down there. So it's fairly easy to reach in and get on the 70 series V8s. It's a little bit harder on the 200s. Some vehicles are easy, some vehicles are harder. We'll get that plug off and we'll have a look at it. So we've got the common rail plug disconnected. It's a simple clip. You just squeeze with your finger and pull the plug off, and we'll connect up the DPCHIP harness next. So we've got the DPCHIP plug connected on there, and it comes up and we've got our other end. So basically we're plugging in between the factory plug. The factory plug's the grey one down in there, through the DPCHIP and onto the back of the common rail. So once we've got that in place, we've just routed the wiring over here, and I've just got the plug in my hand getting ready to plug in the DPCHIP. Okay, so we've got the DPCHIP harness plugged in. We've just routed it up over here to the side where we've got a little bit of room. It's a real simple plug in. So we've plugged in the DPCHIP, and that's actually it, ready to go. We'll turn the ignition key on and start the vehicle up. We'll come around and have a little bit of a look at the LEDs to make sure it's operating. Okay, so we'll just turn the ignition on. When the ignition's on, the DPCHIP LED is flashing. And it's flashing on our default setting, which means it's got the program that we programmed on that chip for this V8 vehicle, ready to go and running. We'll just start the vehicle up, give it a few revs to double check everything's okay, and then we'll continue. Oh, that's okay, just turn it on. So a beauty with the DPCHIP is that you can easily revert it back to standard. So there's a lot of ways of tuning diesels nowadays. Some of them are very complex to hook up. A lot of them, of course, are solder-in wiring, which nowadays is really out of fashion. Other ways is, of course, reprogramming the computer. We say that is also a good way to tune, but it's great for high-end stuff and stuff where you may not be in a remote area. But when it comes to stuff where we're going and our customers go, it's remote places, and we can easily unplug the chip from the harness and plug in a bypass plug, and we can get the vehicle back to standard again. So if there's any diagnostics or any concerns that we've got to check, we can easily do that by just putting the bypass plug in. And when we're done, or we've been checking a vehicle for a service or whatever, we can easily unplug it, simply plug the DPCHIP back in again, and we end up with the vehicle tuning and back to the way it was with the DPCHIP in the first place. So that's the simple 101 of installing a DPCHIP on your vehicle. Pretty simple install on these V8 diesels, taking us a couple of minutes to do. Go for a bit of a road test. We'll see the happy customer and let him go on his way.